Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you about DC Legends of Tomorrow, Star City 2046. Alright, in this episode, we know the Waverider was damaged and they were sent to 2046 where they run into an archer that's not Oliver Queen. So this episode starts up and this archer starts attacking them, and they go down for a firefight and decide to get back to the Waverider. Since the Waverider is damaged, they have to find the parts to fix it. Ray knows of something that they were working on at his company, or Smoke Company now, as which he saw on the sign. Not Palmer Tech anymore, it's Smoke Tech. So it looks like Felicity's been doing a little change in the future. But anyways, other than that, Rip wants anybody associated with Star City to stay away from Star City. So Ray and Sarah can't be in Star City at all because it could affect, the future. Ray is more manageable. Sarah not so much. She's like, this is my city. I'm going to see what happened here. She's on it. So we got Mick, Snart, Rip, and Sarah all going out to check out the city. And you got Kendra, Ray, Jack, Stein all fixing up the ship. So out in Star City, they get attacked by, well, not really attacked. There is a gang. They just start coming through, and the archer tries to stop them, and then we see Sarah go after the archer, and Mick and Snart get kind of rounded up by the gang, and Mick decides he's gonna put his fist in the leader's face, becoming the leader of the gang. So he's just right at home in this place. This is his home. He loves it. Snart not so much. Mick, he's around family. He loves this place. And he loves being in charge. So with Sarah, she chased after this archer, and as she wants to know what happened to Oliver Queen, the archer tells her that Ollie is dead. Ollie is dead, and he's been dead since everything in this city, all this started to happen. And it looks like that Slade is back, but not the Slade that we all know. Grant Wilson, Slade's son, is Deathstroke. So we got Connor Hawk as the Arrow and Slade Wilson's son as Deathstroke. And man, I was a little upset about that. I was kind of really upset about that. I was like, did they bring Deathstroke back? Did Deathstroke come back and whoop on Ollie? That would be awesome. But no, his kid came back and whooped on Ollie. I guess. But it'd been kind of cool to see a gray-haired Slade Wilson. I think that would have been a lot better than this Grant Wilson. Maybe because they couldn't get Slade back. That's probably why they went with a future one. Because we know old Slade Wilson can still kick some butt. That would have been more challenge. I don't see how this Grant Wilson got the drop on Ollie, because he puts out that he killed Oliver Queen. So like I said, it would have been a lot better with Slade Wilson. I don't care for this Grant Wilson person. That just really just irked me a little bit. Alright, so Connor, he decides that he's gonna help Sarah find what they're looking for, this technology that Smoke Industries or Palmer Tech developed, and he takes them there, but is not there. So they're wondering where else it could be, and Sarah has an idea and takes them to, I don't know if they're calling it the Quiver yet. I'm gonna call it the Quiver, well, the Arrow Cave, or whatever you guys want to call it, his secret operation. They go down there, and who to show up is Oliver, who's been hiding out, and reveals to everybody that Connor Hawk is John Diggle Jr. What? Like, they just, well, the way Rip explained it, this is a whole different timeline. And if the stuff goes back to the way it's supposed to be, and this stuff never happens, Connor Hawk could be in the Connor Hawk that's Green Arrow's son could be in that timeline. But since this timeline is kind of altered, it's John Diggle Jr.'s son. Get it, you guys? Where do you come up with the name Connor Hawk out of John Diggle Jr.? I don't get that. Where do you get that? So Oliver says he's not helping, you know, wah. Oliver, will you stop getting into these moods where you feel sorry for yourself? Goodness. God, get billionaire playboys sulking and stuff, man. Goodness, suck it up. Have some, God. Billionaire playboys with all kinds of toys, all kinds of martial arts skills, and you pouting in the cave for such and such years while this kid takes on your job. Get your... well, he is missing an arm, so I guess, you know, that kind of was a blow to him. I guess maybe that's why he's down there sulking, because he lost his arm. Alright, so he tells them where the tech could be, so they go out there, find the tech. While doing this, what is his name? Grant Wilson has put a hit out on Sarah. He wants them dead, and Rip. He wants all of them dead, and the Arrow. Forgetting everybody. He wants all of them dead because, you know, they decided to challenge each other. But anyways, they go and get Mick, because, you know, it's his gang now. And Snart, they start to, you know, they're arguing. There's some heat and ice between them because they are not seeing eye to eye. Mick, you know, Snart wants to go, Mick wants to stay. He doesn't believe they're a team, they're not his friends, he doesn't want to help. Snart's like, we gotta go. So he tricks Mick into going, and then this is when all you know, Grant's people find Sarah and all of them, and they start attacking Mick and Snart. You know, they come in, save the day pretty much. But in all this process, they are able to kidnap Connor Hawk. So they got all their stuff to, you know, fix the Waverider and that. Sarah's like, she's not leaving until she saves these people. Rip, you know, they keep going at it, yada yada yada. And so Sarah decides she's gonna go anyway and save Connor Hawk herself, recruiting Ollie and getting him out of the dang cave, or the Quiver. I'm calling it the Quiver, dang it. Alright, so what's been going on in the ship is Jack has a crush on Kendra. Jax has a crush on Kendra, and he's kind of jealous with Ray because Ray's been working with Kendra. And so Stein tries to help Jax out, and doesn't work out in Jax's favor because Ray's like, oh, maybe I could hook up with Kendra. Yeah. So they pretty much, that's what they're doing on the ship while they're trying to get it repaired. So that's all they're really involvement in until, you know, the big throwdown where Sarah and Ollie are in the city trying to save Connor Hawk. And which is another upsetting thing. If you guys have seen the Batman Returns movie, the Green Arrow uses his mouth and one hand to shoot arrows. I guess that's kind of a little out there to be able to do, but still, I'm still a little. They could have found a different way. They gave Oliver a bionic arm, which is kind of weird. So they throw down with Grant Wilson. The whole team shows up. Ray, Hawk Girl, they all show up to stop the Grant Wilson. And they win pretty much and get everything together, and that's pretty much it, you guys. This episode was decent. It was awesome. I loved it. How they drop some of these people like Connor Hawk. Is that all we're gonna see of Connor Hawk? Are we gonna see more of Connor Hawk? Or is that it? John Diggle, another kid. How does that not how, but when does that happen? And what's up with his sister? They didn't mention his sister. John Diggle Jr., he has an older sister, so what happened to his sister? That just raises a lot of questions for me, And what happened to everybody else? Black Canary, Felicity, what happened to all the other heroes? And, Rip has dropped big name heroes. He has dropped big name heroes. So why did they let this happen to Star City? Where's the Flash at? What happened there? How did that happen to, Slade take over one city without, the Justice League's help? Not Slade. Grant, Deathstroke. How did, they just let that fly? You know what I'm saying? Even if Ollie decided he wanted to hold up, no, that's not happening. Even Batman has had some help on Gotham when they decided to try to take over his city. But anyways, you guys, tell me what you liked about this episode. Tell me what you didn't like about this episode. Tell me what you're waiting to see in Legends. This show hasn't really, I like all the kind of hints that they give and all the, Easter kind of stuff that they drop, and it's kind of cool. But they don't feel like, it feels like everybody else is a team, but Rip really isn't. And then you got you guys as side people, like Snart and, Mick. And it just feels like there's no unification, and since there's really no unification, it kind of like breaks up. It's just following all these characters. I see why that they, it's kind of hard. I don't know, you guys. It just doesn't feel. It's a cool show. It just doesn't feel like there yet to be like, yes, can't wait for the second season. It's not even, maybe they got stuff planned for us, but it just feels like they're going through the motions. That's how I feel about it. That they're going through the motions. They're gonna be Vandal Savage, yada yada. That's all it feels like. So after you beat Vandal Savage, is that gonna take a whole 2-3 seasons? You know what I'm saying? Is something really bad gonna happen after they defeat Savage or something like that? Like, I don't know. It just feels like they're going through the motions, and I hope that's not the case. We see something that jumps out of us and just blows our mind. Hopefully that's what happens. So alright, you guys, I'm gonna leave you with that thought. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright.